In the study of consumer behavior, what is most important is the perception of the consumer towards a product or a service, or in fact, towards any message. So imagine yourself as a that you yourself are a consumer, and you receive many messages every day in the form of messages from social media, messages which you receive from when you read a newspaper or a magazine, or when you are watching news on TV. And while even you are watching news on TV, you will find that there are certain crawlers which will crawl down at the bottom of the TV screen. They will also contain some messages. And if you are seeing a television program, suppose you are seeing serial X, you will sometimes have animated commercials of another serial Y on the same channel, which will keep getting, which will keep appearing on the TV screen. So many messages you receive, and the messages you receive on your WhatsApp, so many videos you receive every day on your Facebook page. You send messages and you receive messages. And of course, nowadays Facebook is full of advertisements. You receive more advertisements than you receive the postings of your friends. And then Twitter is there, and Instagram, and so on and so forth. It is said that an individual is exposed to around 3,000 to 5,000 messages daily. So is it possible to pay attention to all messages? Absolutely no. So this process where you form a meaningful opinion about any message or any stimulus, it is called perception. Once again, the process by which people they select, organize, and interpret messages or information to form a meaningful picture, it is called perception. You must have heard about that, the consumer perception. What is the perception of this product in the mind of the consumer? The company may want to say that we are an excellent product because we provide ease of use or ease of services. The customer may think otherwise, or the customer may say yes. So this is perception. But is it that the company can transmit a message and the customer will perceive it like that, or will he even pay attention to those messages? The answer is no. There are three things I want to explain to you. One is called selective attention. What is meant by selective attention? That you and I, as consumers, as people, as human beings, we screen out most messages we are exposed to, because there are too many messages. As I said earlier, that around 3,000 to 5,000 messages you receive daily. So it's a challenge for a marketer to attract the mind of a consumer, because of what is known as selective attention. We pay attention to only a few messages. We screen out most messages. Sometimes you are watching television and you are not even listening to what the news anchor is saying. Your mind is set on another message which is scrolling at the bottom of the television screen. Selective attention. You have started reading a news item and you just pay attention to the headline and you miss the body of that article. Selective attention. So the challenge for the marketer is to attract the consumer's mind. So you have understood what is selective attention. Second point I want you to understand is what is called selective distortion. Distortion means that you can mold a message the way you want. You can change it. If you hear somebody on the television, a doctor saying that it is okay to have Coca-Cola once in a while to satisfy your urge to have that particular brand, but you should not have it every day. You can have it once in a while. While Coca-Cola may not have any bad impact on your health, it does not have any good impact either. And it just provides you with empty calories, and it has no nutritious value of its own. So this is the message the doctor has given. But you like Coca-Cola, you are a Coke addict, you have just remembered that part of the message which said that Coca-Cola is not bad for health. Okay, and you will tom-tom this message to your friends. This is called selective distortion. The tendency to interpret message in your own way. This is called selective distortion. Third is selective retention. Now you have screened out most of the messages by not paying attention, and you have paid attention to some messages. You have retained them in your mind. As newer messages will keep coming, the older messages will tend to obliterate on their own. Their recall value may be there, but it will diminish. But the fact is that people tend to remember good points about the products or the brand they favor, and they forget the good points made about competing brands. Let's take the example of newspaper as a brand. Indian Express is a newspaper I tend to favor because, and I'm listening to a discourse which says Indian Express is a great newspaper. It has great team of researchers. They have very good editorial team, and their coverage is pan India, and even international events are covered very well. Their sports coverage is fantastic, and everything is pieced together in a very proper format. So it's a great newspaper. However, Indian Express tends to lose out when it comes to advertisement of jobs, and that the way Times of India is proactive in reaching out to customers with the new jobs by way of their ascent, which is a pullout which features in Times of India every Wednesday. it, Times of India has an excellent job advertisement section, which Indian Express lacks. I will tend, because I'm a great fan of Indian Express, it is likely that I will tend to retain all the good points made about Indian Express, and I will not remember the good point which has been made about Times of India. This is called selective retention. So, because of selective attention, selective distortion, and selective retention, the marketers have to work very hard to get their message right. So, this important aspect of consumer behavior I wanted you to understand in this lecture, and I hope you have understood it. Thank you very much.